How's it going, everybody? I'm Michael, and Happy New Year. So over the holidays at a family dinner, I had a relative ask me a really interesting question. They wanted to know what is the most important skill for a filmmaker to have, and I couldn't really give them just a single answer because there isn't one. There are so many things that go into being a good filmmaker that you really can't narrow it down. That got me thinking though. So when Jacob and I met up to talk about what videos we wanted to do in 2019, we took a look back at our projects from last year and what we learned on them. And we came up with a list of 6 skills that we think are really essential for filmmakers to be successful. Now for the obligatory disclaimer, these are just our own opinions based on our own personal experiences. If you have differing opinions or if you'd like to add something, be sure to leave a comment down below. Also, these are in no particular order, it's just kind of the order in which we came up with them and we're talking about them. So let's dive right in.
Alright, let's do this, boys. Heads down, stay safe.
Alright, good to go.
So first up, it's passion and determination. Now I'm putting these two together because it's really the combination that's so important here. Passion alone is great, but without determination, you can find yourself burning out pretty quickly. Filmmaking is really tough, and making a career out of it is even tougher. Regardless of whether you're making your own short film or climbing your way up the ladder on a bigger film set, you need to be giving 100% every single day, and you're going to be facing a lot of rejection and making mistakes. You need to love what you're doing even on the worst of days when you feel like quitting.
You will go out there.
I won't, and nothing you say will make me.
The show must go on.
Next up is communication, and this is a pretty big one that we could spend hours talking about. From development to distribution, filmmaking is a collaborative effort. That means you're going to be working with a lot of different people with different personality types, and you have to be able to clearly communicate with each of them in order to ensure the best result. Part of that is knowing the responsibilities and common terminology of the different departments you work with. Now, you don't have to become an expert at every single department, but the more you know about how they work and operate, the better you can communicate with those departments about what you need and how to execute an idea. Now, another key part of communication that I had to learn was setting aside your ego. It's important to be confident and assertive, but in order to learn and grow as filmmakers, we need to be open to new feedback and willing to learn from others. Plus, people can usually tell pretty quick if someone is just confident in their experience and knowledge, or if they're just plain arrogant, and no one likes the latter.
What I object to is they automatically treat me like an inferior. Well, I am king. Oh, king, eh? Very nice.
Being observant. Now, this is definitely something that applies to every role on set. It's not just about scripties catching continuity errors. For writers, it helps in finding inspiration and developing authentic characters. For cinematographers, it's about knowing the mood of a scene and how the light affects that. For stunt performers, it is a key to safety, and for directors, it's just about everything. You have to be observant on a film set. No matter what your role, being the type of person who is observant and aware of their surroundings and of themselves can have a huge impact on somebody's work. Being observant is also super important to learning from others. You'd be surprised how much you can pick up just by watching somebody who has more experience than you practice their craft.
You're amazing. I ought to be after 20 years.
Number 4 is being self-critical. Now, this is something that's really hard to find the balance with. Throughout your career making movies, you're going to find no shortage of people who want to give you their opinions and their feedback, whether you ask for it or not. Regardless of what they say, though, it's not going to make any difference if you can't step back and objectively analyze your own work. Some people are going to be intentionally hurtful in their feedback, and others may not want to tell you the truth. It's by taking the feedback from others and factoring that into your own self-analysis that you can truly grow and learn and do better on your next project. Just remember, regardless of whether a criticism comes from yourself or from someone else, the important thing is to accept it, learn from it, and just move on. Beating yourself up over a mistake is only going to hurt you in the long run.
You start by doing the hardest thing. You forgive yourself.
Here's another two-parter, adaptability and decisiveness. So from script to screen, things aren't always going to go the way you planned, and being able to quickly adapt to situations and make decisions with confidence can be the difference between triumph or disaster. Sometimes you're going to need to take your time and think through a shot or a problem. But just remember that on a film set, time is money, so you need to be making the best decision possible as quickly as possible. Now, sometimes making those decisions is going to be really hard and stressful, but just remember to stay flexible and always ask yourself, what's the best thing for this film?
Well, I think you need to be more flexible.
Our final essential skill is preparation. The best thing you can do to make sure that obstacles aren't slowing down your production is simply by being prepared. That means shot listing and storyboarding, having a budget, making sure you've figured out transportation, and locking down locations. Take time to make sure you've properly planned and prepared before each stage of production, and you can avoid a lot of obstacles before they even arise. Also, on a side note, having done a lot of stunt and fight choreography, I cannot stress this enough. There is no such thing as being too prepared when your cast and crew's safety is on the line. Most accidents I've seen on set have either been due to rushing a stunt or lack of proper preparation. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you'd like to add your thoughts to this discussion. And if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. We are really excited to be bringing you more content in 2019, including videos like this and, of course, our short films. So if you want to stay up to date on everything we're doing here at Elskit Films, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram in the links below. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.